it till after it's posted or whatever. Hey everybody, it's me, Linda Marcus Smith, and I want you, my friends, to meet Diomira Alina. Here she is, right there. And
hi everyone.
Yeah, say hi to my friends. Oh my gosh, I wish they could meet you here in person, but there's evidently no way they can do that this week.
There's a virus.
Yeah. But everybody and their brother comes to Vegas. Oh my gosh. So I want them to get to know you so when they come here, they can look for you on shows. Now, before we get into that, what you're doing presently and what you're going to do after the virus, I want to get to know you, and I want them to get to know where you're from, what got you into comedy, for crying out loud. What were you thinking? So let's go there.
Wow. So let's start. I started doing comedy very, very shortly after my 18th birthday, which was super recent, so nobody needs to do the math. He's a decently named comic in the Midwest. His name is Corey Adam. We met forever ago. He had been established in comedy for a while. I started going to his shows. I realized that comedy was really fun. I started writing, and throughout the years, it kind of it ebbed and it flowed. And about 3 years ago, I really got serious about it. So that's kind of where I am. I figured out that I could either pay someone to talk to my problems about, or people would pay me to make jokes about it. Right?
Exactly. It's much more fun.
So, I am actually from a very wide spot in the road in northern Wisconsin. The entire city had a population of 2,983. There were 63 kids in my graduating class, and 5 of them were named Amanda. There was also, I think, 5 Jessicas. So I got out of there real quick because how everybody's safer at home. You don't leave the house for essentials.
Yes.
That's called December in Wisconsin. I grew up under these conditions. I got out of them and moved to the desert. So if I wanted a cheeseburger at 2:00 in the morning, I wouldn't have to warm up my car for 44 the safer at home order. So I've taken so much better care of my skin since then.
Oh, wonderful. That's amazing. Oh, no. Can you hear me? The connectivity. Oh, my gosh. Hold on, guys. Don't go away. We'll get it back. Connecting. See that? It's crazy. How could it have a connectivity?
I love summer here.
It had a connectivity.
And I've been here ever since. When I bought my house in 2015, that was the first time in Las Vegas that I've ever lived more than half a mile from Sahara Boulevard, and the entire time I've been here since 22.
Wow. For a minute there, I lost connect.
And I love Las Vegas. Even if I won the lottery or got famous or was independently wealthy in any way, Las Vegas would remain my home base. It's definitely where my heart is.
Isn't it amazing here? The scene is so great.
Did I lose you? Are we frozen?
We were apart from each other.
Hear you. You're muted.
Muted?
You're muted.
Oh. That might have helped my marriage, but that's 20 years ago. Are you there? Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. So, are you trying out for Cirque du Soleil tonight?
No. Oh, did you Cirque Cirque du Soleil may not be able to come back from this.
I know it. This is...
Yeah. I mean, I'm super flexible, but I don't think I have the kind of dedication it takes to be a cirque dancer. Like, the only thing I've ever been daily dedicated to is smoking pot.
And your face regimen. Don't let anything get in the way of that face regimen. Now,
right? What better time to take care of your skin? And also, do you know what's considered non-essential?
I give up.
Botox and fillers. I'm on my own for the next 2 months. Okay? I got it.
That's ridiculous. Of all the things to take away from us women, what are they taking? What are they taking away from men?
Sports. They lost sports.
Okay. All right.
So here's the thing. I have always been like super frugal. I do my own hair. I do my own eyebrows. I do my own nails. I do my own skin stuff. But the one thing I spend money on is Botox and fillers. And that's the one thing I can't do myself. So I am like the portrait of Dorian Gray right now. By the time May comes and we're released, I'm gonna be the ink back in the bottle. Like, that's how bad the painting is going to have aged. There's some real deep literary humor for you.
Wow. Holy Toledo. So where did you come from? Where were you?
I went to school, like high school, in a small town in northern Wisconsin. Then after I got my first college degree, I moved to Minneapolis. I hung out there for a little bit, and then I came out here. So I first did comedy at this place called Knuckleheads. It's on the 4th floor of the Mall of America.
What?
Yeah. They had an open mic on Tuesdays, and I worked at the Hot Topic. So I worked at the Hot Topic, so I would always have them schedule me until 7:30 on Tuesdays, and then I would make sure I got to work like half an hour early so I could go upstairs to Knuckleheads and get on the list. And I still remember the first joke I ever told, and it's terrible.
I remember mine too. What was yours?
The bit was the guy I was dating has a $400 car with a $4,000 stereo system in it, and I have more faith in the beats dropping than me getting dropped off to where I'm going.
See, that's not a bad joke at all. That actually has substance.
Oh my gosh. I look back now and I'm like, I see that I thought it was like so creative and such a unique take, but there's 1,000 guys spending more on their stereo system than their car jokes. And I didn't really think that my punchline was really granted, when I told that joke up there, I thought it was great. I also used to do a lot of self-deprecating humor, and I cut that shit like 5 years ago. At some point, I realized that the world was going to be shitty enough to me as is that I didn't need to contribute to that fight. So I cut self-deprecating humor out of my comedy. I don't do it.
Wow.
I mean, I poke fun at myself. I poke fun at myself all the time. I make fun of myself all the time. But I don't make jokes where, like, the punchline is that I suck or I'm fat or I'm unattractive or I'm unlovable. It's always like, oh my gosh, I did this really stupid thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's all relate to these times that we made a bad decision and we learn from it, but we can also laugh at ourselves from it.
Exactly.
But I don't like the jokes where you're just bagging on yourself. I look back at some of the bits I did,
yeah,
and I'm just like, ooh, girl, why didn't this I lost you.
I'm still
You're
here.
frozen. Oh, you're unfrozen.
Now you're on.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
there you are.
Yeah. It's going to do that because it wants to right now for some crazy reason. I think there's a ghost in here. It's probably a cockroach from days gone by.
What is the first joke you...
Let me go out near the front door and see if I get better reception. I can move this.
Hold on, let me try. Hold on, I just won't.
I'm going to go right out near the front door. I think the connectivity is better here. Yeah.
I think it's yes. What was the first joke you ever told?
First joke I ever told was, well, it was kind of like prop comedy, which is embarrassing now. So I
love prop comedy. I have a whole silent prop comedy bit.
Oh, wow.
Don't apologize for prop comedy.
I got up on stage and I went and got all these products from Walmart and Walgreens that were stupid things. And I had a punchline for every one of them. And it was like, let me pull this out. Let me pull this one out. Let me pull this one out. Like there was bendable flip-flops that they sold at Walgreens. And I'm like the other ones didn't bend. They were made out of steel. And I was just ragging on products from the stores. That's all I was doing. It was kind of like a rant. Can you hear me? I'm going back outside. Trying to get connectivity. Oh, man. Hold on, people. I'm trying to get this going. You are using the computer. Where's Diomira? Diomira! Come back to me, girl. There you are. Diomira? Hi. 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 Can you hear me? There. There. I'm hoping now that I'm outside that the connectivity is better. Welcome back.
Thank you. So you did a whole basket of prop comedy?
Yes. And I heard people in the back going, shh, and they were rolling their eyes, and somebody said they heard it before. It was awful.
Pearls before swine, my dear. Pearls before swine.
Yeah, that's right. So how many years have you been doing comedy? Where did you go? Where'd Diomira go? Hold on, everybody. I'm trying to get her back on. Internet. Sorry. Trying my hardest to make this work. Be patient with me. I'm trying to make this work. Are you there? You're back.
I just left completely. Came back.
There we are. Hi.
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 I just left completely.
I know.
We're good.
Okay. So they know what I look like, but I'm outside, so I want to get you up close near the microphone. So how's that facial going of yours tonight?
Yeah. Where were we?
We were talking about pearls before swine, or swine before pearls.
Oh, pearls before swine, because I didn't appreciate your prop comedy.
I know.
I love puns. I don't care what anyone has to say. A Roni dad. You hear my favorite joke ever? It's not my joke. It's just it's a silly street joke, but it's my favorite joke in the world. It's especially funny right now because this act is very illegal. A ham sandwich walks into a bar and he sits up at the bar and waves the bartender over with a little beefy arm. And the bartender comes up and kind of gives him a really mean look. And the ham sandwich goes, "I would like a dark beer, please." And the bartender looks at him all rough and says, "Beat it. We don't serve food."
Oh my gosh. I love
my favorite joke.
I love puns too, and I hate it when people say, "Oh, that's just wordplay," or "That's just puns." It's jokes too.
It's funny. It's clever. I love innuendo and pun and just clever wordplay. It amuses me.
Me too.
I don't know, like, who doesn't like pun?
I know.
I think that people that don't like pun don't get that, because if they got the joke, they would laugh.
Exactly.
Whenever anybody tells me they don't like puns, I'm just like, oh, you don't get the joke.
Exactly. Like they either weren't paying attention or they just didn't get it and they're trying to throw out an excuse, right?
Right. One of the best puns that my kid ever made was we were in line at the store and the lady in front of us had batteries and coffee. And my kid, I think he was like 7 or 8 at a time, he goes, "Hey mom, she's getting energy drinks."
One of my favorite, I was at a Goodwill and a lady had a steak knife and a pair of shoes. And she was like trying to get a price check, and I was like, "So, what were you trying to do? Save your soul?" Or, you know, I made a play on words about saving her soul with the knife and the shoes. Like, those moments are gone so quickly, you have to jump on them.
Yes, there's a few local comedians who know how much I love a good pun, and if I'm there, they'll like call my laugh out. They'll be like, "Yeah, I knew Dee was gonna like that one."
That's funny. Next time do you go to Rebar?
I don't typically go to Rebar, and I'll tell you why in 1 second. And that is only because you have to be at Rebar in line to sign up by like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday, which, like, I got kids and I got a 9 to 5, and even if you're not there by 8, like, even getting there at 8, you're still not going up till like 10:30 or 11, which I'm not bagging on it at all. It's a very, very popular, successful mic, and I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
But I'm already at Maureen's on Sunday night, typically like 11:30 or 12. So it's just really hard for me to get out that late nights. But then Wednesday mics were later, so I had to go to those.
Yes.
I was in the process of starting my own show before the virus. And then this all happened, so I don't know. On NPR the other day, they were talking about not having live entertainment again until September.
Oh my.
That's just being floated around right now.
I heard.
That might just... So that it was an interview with the bunkhouse, and he said that... But then Electric Daisy Carnival hasn't canceled yet either. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
I saw Dirty at 12:30 is talking about...
So that whole thing's on pause, which I'm sure we don't.
Yes.
What? What was that?
I saw that the Dirty at 12:30 made an announcement today, Gabe Lopez, saying that he has something wonderful planned for Labor Day weekend. So that kind of told me he wasn't planning on opening up till then.
Yeah, that's kind of matching what I heard on NPR with the bunkhouse guy talking about starting to book again in September. And that sounds about right with the social distancing recommendations, I think.
Good. I mean, bad, but good. But I would hate I'd hate to go back out there too soon.
It's hard. It's hard to do comedy right now, even virtually. Like, I'm gonna shout out to Spiro. If you don't follow him, you should. He is hilarious, and he has been doing these TikTok videos that have been keeping me living. They're so creative right now, putting out this like really great free content just to try and kind of keep our spirits up.
Oh wow!
And it's like, yeah, and let me tell you an old joke.
Okay.
This guy goes to the doctor and says, Doctor, I'm so sad. I don't know what to do. I cry every day. And the doctor says, oh, go see Pagaluki the clown. He's in town tonight. And the guy goes, but I am Pagaluki the clown. So it's hard. And I want to just recognize, because I'm not one of these people doing it. I'm barely like making it through the day.
Me
I'm
too.
not creating new content and putting videos out. I'm not initiating chats like you are. I took an invitation, but I just really think that we got to keep our the arts in our heart mouths.
Yes.
These folks creating content are the ones who don't have a job right now, who don't have income, and are probably just really, really affected, because even that most of the performers I know have a real job as like a server or something, and even the restaurants that are open are on skeleton crew, because you don't need as many people to do takeout and delivery as you do to do a full service.
Yes.
So this is my little shill I've been doing on all the virtual shows I'm on. If you are lucky enough that your job is not affected, you're able to work from home, you might actually be saving some money because you're not commuting. Throw like $5 at a local performer or a friend who maybe is being really affected on this. Buy their art, pay for their videos, pay for their content. Just,
Yes.
Even if it's only like $5, like sometimes literally $5 is the difference between someone and their pet being there.
It's a difference between what?
You can't fix all the problems. Between that person and their pet eating for the day.
Exactly.
So like $5 doesn't sound like a lot. And if you think about it, like if you're not going to work and you're not like ordering out for lunch every day or stopping and getting coffee every day, like you're probably saving a little bit of money staying home, and maybe just kind of like throw that at people who could use it.
Absolutely. I know I'm saving a lot of money because most of the time I'm out eating out, So
I know. I'm like probably saving more money than I ever made in comedy, because I'm not buying appetizers. I don't drink, so I always buy food. And I'm probably saving a lot of money on $10 appetizers I'm not eating. I'm still getting weight though. I haven't figured that out yet. Now it's oatmeal cream pies and not like tacos and nachos.
I used to walk 5 to 10 miles a day. Well, it's really not all that safe or recommended to be, walking past strangers all day long, God knows. So I've been...
What do you normally do?
So now I've been walking I live right by Charleston and Las Vegas Boulevard, and I'll get out and walk to 7-Eleven and back to get something to eat. Well, I'm not burning any of this off. So...
What do you normally do that you walk 10 miles, or you're just a walker?
I'm a walker because I have such bad hip pain, and I don't want to take meds. If you walk long enough, the endorphins kick in and the pain goes away.
Have you tried pot?
Oh, I am...
We could get you stoned. All this is over.
You know, I have...
Legal!
I know. It's totally legal. But see, the problem with me is I can't take medicines or eat food without needing Benadryl. I've been in 36 ambulances for allergic reactions. I'm scared to death to try pot.
Wait, did you say 36 ambulances for allergic reactions?
Yes. They couldn't figure it out. They couldn't even do the test on me because they were so afraid of the violent allergies. So now... if I get this virus, I already know I'm allergic to that cure-all that they found for it, so I'll be dead. You know, the first boomer that you're going to get rid of, if anybody gets it, is going to be me, because I have lung problem. You don't even want to hear this crap. Just don't get old. Don't get any older. Huh?
Put you in a bubble.
I know. I need a bubble. Thank you. I'd probably be allergic to the damn plastic.
Your name just reminded me of something.
What it
So I ordered takeout the other day, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I went online and I placed my order. And it very clearly on the website says social distancing, do not get out of your car, pull up, somebody will bring your food out to you, call this number when you arrive, da-da-da-da-da. It was very, very organized. You get there, as soon as you get in the parking lot, they had like little cone signs explaining how, or like sandwich board signs explaining how curbside social distancing, low contact pickup is supposed to go. So I pull up, I call, I check in, I'm like, this is my name, this is my car, blah, 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 blah. Someone comes out, confirms, yes. I'm rolling my window up, and the manager who had just confirmed to me had turned around, and this lady was like this far from his face, and he goes, Linda, get back in the car, we will bring you your order. And it was like, I was dying, because the way he said it, he had to have told her before to stay in her car. Like, I'm like, oh, but here's the thing, and like Linda was a boomer, and it's like, Linda, lady, you are the one we are trying to protect, you sweet summer child. Get in your car.
Oh, jeez. Remember that video with the little kid saying Linda, Linda, Linda to his mother?
Someone sent me that when I told him that story.
That was so adorable.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, you seem like you're a very kind, what type of work do you do?
Oh, I am a corporate stooge.
Corporate stooge, okay.
I am, not really, actually. My job's kind of important. I'm an auto liability adjuster. I'm not going to say what company I work for.
That's cool.
I investigate like car accidents and determine who's liable and whose insurance company.
Wow.
And then I evaluate. Oh, shit. Fuck. I don't care. I'm pulling it off the table. I just cleaned it. Oh. That was like 3 days or maybe 4.
Oh, I hate that.
So yeah. And then I evaluate injury claims to see like was the could the accident have caused this injury? Is this treatment like reasonable and necessary? All of this to say that nobody likes driving with me anymore. Here's the thing. I don't take left turns anymore unless there's an arrow.
Good.
I just don't.
That's smart.
I don't take rights if anybody is leaning in any other lane. You know how people just make sure that the one lane is clear?
Yep.
I make sure that it's clear across all lanes of traffic. And the other thing is Nevada has something called comparative negligence, which means each party can be held to a percentage of accident.
Whoa.
And you can be held partially liable for not doing anything to avoid the accident.
Whoa.
Like if you see it coming and it was like obvious and you didn't take measures to counter it, you can be held liable. So someone was driving with me a while ago and we were on the freeway. It's my mom, she's not gonna watch this. And I slowed down to let someone in the lane ahead of me, and she's like, well, why'd you let him in? And I was like, because if he was going to come over if I let him in or not, and this way at least there's not an accident. So in the state of Nevada, you have a duty to avoid the accident. If you ever had that thought, let him hit me, it's probably not going to work out as well as you think.
Wow. So in 1996, I got hit by a drunk driver. And I sustained brain trauma. And now my brain trauma is so little, you don't know it unless I tell you. But my first 5 years of comedy, oh my gosh, I was reading notes. Sometimes like they were the size of Mount Rushmore notes. And people kept saying, you need to do comedy without looking at your notes. And I'm like, but I have a brain injury. Finally, my brain got better and I don't need notes. So, yeah. What's been the most interesting? Go ahead.
What's been the most what?
Interesting case you worked on that you can talk about generically?
I'm trying to think because there's some crazy ones. So what's exciting to me, like an adjuster and the questionable liability, things like that, like you guys wouldn't be interested in at all. Most of it is like red light disputes and rear ends and left-hand turns.
Wow.
Like I would almost everything I do. Oh, one that walls and buildings get hit a lot more than you'd think. Everybody thinks it's when they'll post a picture of it and be like, this doesn't happen every day. Yes, it does. Every day a wall or a building is being hit by a car. And
how many times a week do they go through a farmer's market or drive into a building and turn a building into a drive-through?
So it's more likely to happen in a residential area. You know those big block retaining walls you have in your front yard?
Yep.
That's what gets hit. Or people take their own garage wall out. That happens.
Wow.
Oh. Fun fact, parking lots are considered private property, and Metro does not have to respond to them and can't write a ticket, so you're wasting your time if you're waiting for them.
Wow, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew they were private lots, but still.
There's no actual jurisdiction in parking lot traffic. The insurance companies just kind of fight it out internally. Hope for some video. Hope for an impartial witness. Spoiler alert, if your grandma saw the accident from your kitchen window, she's not an unbiased witness. That one's fun. I had to go watch
What?
Patterns weeks ago. I did sit on the side. I had to watch traffic patterns a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
To kind of determine which story this. I had two different versions of the story.
Okay.
I just had to see which way traffic went.
Yep.
So I got to watch traffic for 45 minutes. That was super fun. So yeah, anyway, enough about my job.
Want to hear a funny story about my car starting on fire?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, so let's see. My daughter's 44, and she was probably 16 at the time. So a long time ago, I got a car back from the garage, and I was driving it, and I went over a speed bump. As I turned a corner, I went over a speed bump, and the car started on fire. So I had to stand there and dial 911, and the fire truck comes and puts out the fire, and the guy with the clipboard circling the car. And I had called my best girlfriend, and she came, and she goes up to the lieutenant or the fire marshal or whatever, and she says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm the fire marshal. Who are you, and what are you doing?" And she says, "I'm Kathy. I come to all of Linda's fires."
All of Linda's fires? How many fires have you had?
0. But she didn't put it out that way to the fire marshal with the clipboard. So later next year, she got married, and I was standing in line to meet all the relatives, and they were like, "Oh, and you are, and you are, and you are." And it got to me, and I said, "I'm Linda. I come to all her weddings."
That's funny.
I'll find a way to.
Wedding industrial complex?
So,
what do you think of the wedding industrial complex?
What's that now?
What do you think of the wedding industrial complex? Should there be big, huge weddings? Should weddings cost $40,000?
No, I think that people should be able to get married for 0, and take that down to the courthouse. People can spend millions, gajillions, and buy dresses, and you can also, there's nothing wrong with a good cigar band and a weekend at the Ramada Inn.
I mean, we live in Vegas. What could you possibly want to do that we don't have, that you can't do locally?
Yeah.
Except a beach. We don't really have a beach.
No.
We need to work on that.
Is there any hotel here that has one of those tidal pools?
Yeah, there's a couple of those. There's Tahini Village. There's places you can go, but it's not the real thing.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
No, the ocean, I say this a lot. I'm a waterbender. I am happiest near the ocean. Lakes will do in a pinch. The Great Lakes were wonderful for this, but it has to be an ocean.
Me too.
I like the sand. I like the smell. I like the taste of the air. I like how soft my hair is. I like the way my skin feels the day after the beach. When you wash it. When you go to bed and you're a little bit sunburned, but you just washed all the beach off, and you wake up the next day and your skin is just softer than it's ever been.
Yes. Long walks in the sand.
I mean, it's the greatest thing.
It is. I'm from Oregon. We have lots of beach there.
San Diego.
San Diego's a cool.
That's if I ever won the lottery or became independently wealthy, I would have a residence in San Diego so I could go whenever I wanted, but I would still be based in Las Vegas because I love the place too much.
Yeah, San Diego's really cool. I like it. I like Huntington Beach. I like those Southern California beaches. Anything from Malibu on down.
Yes, I love the beach.
Oregon we have a lot of beaches in Oregon where I'm from, but the water's so cold, and, this a mile of beach and 18 miles of rock. So that's about that. With the shutdown, tell me, what has it made you learn about humanity that you want to do differently in your life or in your comedy?
In my life or
Yeah.
like in the world?
Yeah, either. Like, like if...
In my life, okay, so I'm a really bad procrastinator. I get executive dysfunction really bad. And before things started getting crazy and the grocery stores were completely empty, I had needed to go grocery shopping. And every couple months I do this thing where I just make the kids eat whatever's in the cupboard, and then I do a big shop and just replace everything. I don't even make a list. I just start at one end of the store and go through the other.
Mm-hmm.
I do that like 3 or 4 times a year. Mm-hmm. I happened to do that right before this.
Wow.
And I was supposed to do the big shop. Was the weekend everything went crazy. And I'm telling you, I was out of like frozen waffles. I was out of the frozen pre-made Instapot meals. I had like a pound of hamburger, 7 eggs. Like there was maybe half a jar of peanut butter, but it was bad. And so I remember going to Walmart and seeing like just the empty freezers and the empty things and just panicking. And at that point, I made myself a promise that I will never again. I'm not going to be a hoarder. I don't need to bulk up, but every 2 weeks I'm going to go grocery shopping, and that's just it. So that's my big growth from all of this, is just to be a little better prepared. I'm not going to doomsday prep, but I should probably be in every 2 weeks, even if I could stretch it out longer.
Got it.
What was the other question? What am I going to do different in comedy?
Yeah, like is your comedy career going to take a different turn because of this? Do you have different things you plan? Like, has it made any effect on what your voice is going to be on stage or your focus of comedy? Some people are reporting it is making a change. Others aren't. So
here's the thing I'm juggling with. This is a universal experience right now. So on the one hand, everybody can relate to it, but on the other hand, everybody's going to come out of this with their COVID, corona, quarantine jokes. And I think there's so many people funnier than I am that I don't necessarily have faith that let me clarify that I think I have a lot of really funny hot takes about a lot of things that are very unique and fresh voice. I think this is it's the lowest hanging fruit. Everybody's going to have jokes, and I'm not really sure that that's like a contest I want to enter.
Exactly.
I have a couple like just to reference it and have it relevant, because you can't not talk about it. But I don't necessarily have COVID or quarantine or anything like that. I think part of just what it's going to change is the experience of doing comedy. Those few minutes you spend like kind of social butterflying around, talking, sharing a blunt outside the bar, celebrating with them, mourning with them. It's like this tight little community, and you may see each other for 40 minutes a week or here there, but I miss the hugs and the talking, and I have my favorite jokes everyone does that I don't even care when we get back. If you're going to tell a joke I've heard like 20 times, I just want to hear your voice and see your face. Like this, we're all either extroverts or introverts who push ourselves to be extroverts because we enjoy doing this comedy so much. I'm an extrovert.
Me too.
I call myself like a happiness vampire because I will go out of my way to make someone happy just so I can suck some of that serotonin off of them because I don't produce it naturally. I have to vampire it off. People like to overproduce it, and then I take the excess. Like, I should write that down. That's kind of cool.
You should write that down. That's good.
So it's the community and the experience of doing comedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Just that type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we're breaking up.
So before we go, what I don't know what's going on here with this thing.
Hello?
Oh no.
Hello?
Hello?
Linda?
Are you coming back?
Linda?
I'm here. Let's see. Stop video. That wasn't the problem. Where did you go, Diomira? Oh man. Let me
I'm still here.
I don't see you. Oh, it was my computer saying it's gonna reconnect, so let me go back outside. I'm sorry, guys. See, it's saying connecting. It's giving me a buffering headache. Wonder why it did this. Here we go. There you are.
I should probably not just be plopping here in case the whole world can see me.
You look like you are so sick and tired of this.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Okay, you're muted. You're still muted.
I'm muted. You're right.
You are muted.
Okay, I'm going to unmute. There.
Muted.
Unmute.
There we go.
Hi.
All right, we have a good connection now.
Yeah, I'm sitting outside in the dark, in the cold. I'm having fun. I'm on a patio, and I'm going to sit on the ground and do this. This has got to end right. I'm not giving up.
Yes, we have to have a proper farewell.
Yes. So you have been an...
Carol Burnett style.
What's that?
Carol Burnett style.
I love your hair. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
So you've been so much fun to interview. You don't even have to talk. Some of the things you do are just funny. You know?
I told prop comedy. I am telling you, visual comedy is so lovely. I just referenced Carol Burnett, and like 80% of her humor is physical proppy comedy. So
it
if
is.
people think that if people are too good for prop comedy, then whatever. Let's find something else to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Don't ever apologize for what makes you laugh. Don't, unless it's like racist or sexist or some sort of punch down thing, then you really should apologize for it. But
exactly.
If someone tells you that it's lame or uncool, like, guess what? Someone not liking something doesn't make what you do like any less valuable. That's have different things on things
I appreciate that so much. So
embrace it. Embrace it. Who cares? Like, I don't understand why people need, like, the whole pineapple on pizza thing. Like, fine, don't get pineapple on your pizza. Who cares? Why are you policing my pizza?
One of the people on here is sending up hearts while you're saying all this. So you have agreement.
Huh.
Yeah, Jay Mather. He's one of my...
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think I'll let you go ahead and go. And do you have like a joke or a couple jokes or a story that you want to leave everybody with, so when they're coming to Vegas they'll know to look up Diomira Alina?
Let me putting me on the spot. Like,
I know.
I will. Okay, I have a good one. I have made a few jokes about generations and boomers and stuff. I'm a Zennial, which means I was born in this period that you could be Gen X or you could be millennial. You could identify with either one of those generations, or you kind of are in the middle of it. Like, in high school, I didn't have social media, but I had an internet predator. Another like difference between Gen X and millennials is like I have a really good sensible rate mortgage, but I also have crippling student debt. I eat avocado toast, but I don't eat ass. And that seems to be like the key factor in being a millennial is eating ass. And I'm not judging anyone who does it. Like, I don't kink shame, whatever. If you want to do it, fine. Go to an ass buffet, eat my ass. Just don't ask me to dinner. Don't kiss me afterwards. Like, outsource it. However you need that need met, like, that's fine. But I'm not going to do it. And some people like to kink shame and say, you know, well, don't you want that badge? And it's like, you know what? Most of the time I do go on all the side quests. Like, my inventory is full in the video game, but this one, I'm okay with finishing at 96% completion. I don't need that achievement unlocked. I'm good.
That's funny. I bet you get an applause break on that.
Sometimes it's hit or miss. Depends on how many people in the crowd like to eat ass and how many people are just doing it because it's expected of them.
Oh gosh, of all the things, you know, like that is something that like a baby boomer would never think of that.
So much fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys got to come out here and get to the comedy shows, support live comedy. And like she said, get online and find out who were the people that are doing shows. Spiro Adams Bayless. I share a bunch of his stuff. If you go to my page, you can see him. I'll tag him in the comments. He puts out these hilarious TikToks every single day. I just follow him, watch him. It's the best. It's the highlight of my day. If it doesn't come in my feed organically, I end up looking for it about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So I'll tag him in the comments and make sure to follow him. Wonderful. I'll do that. And so, do you have anything lined up for that you're going to be doing online that people can watch you?
Not really. I'm kind of taking what comes up. So I kind of mentioned this earlier. I have a regular job still. Mm-hmm. I'm not financially affected by this. I'm not taking any paying gigs. Anytime I'm doing something where there's a tip jar, I'm paying those tips forward. Tomorrow I'm doing a private birthday party, and any tips I make in that, I'm going to pay forward to 2 local comedians. So I'm trying hard not to take any paid or fundraising positions. I want those spots saved for people who need it.
Thank you. That's so amazing. What a sweetheart. Yeah. Thank you for saying it.
Like I said, I love my scene. I don't really think that I'm like on that level where people are going to be like paying me large amounts of money to do virtual shows, but I just can't accept a $5 tip right now when there's people out there who lost their comedy money and whatever like part-time gig money they need. It's just pay it forward. I don't need it right now. I'm lucky.
Exactly. Thanks. You guys, Diomira Melina, you got to come out. Did I get your name correct that time?
Diomira Alina. Yes,
Alina.
Thank you so much for that. It was a pleasure, and you please be safe. We want to keep you people safe and protected. So.
Thank you so much. You too, honey. And hug those children. I don't know how many you have stowed away, but 2.
I have 2. I sent them to bed already.
A girl, a boy? 2 girls, 2 boys?
Boys. 2 boys, and that's a whole nother episode, though. Bye, Linda.
Bye. See you later. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Wasn't she great? Oh my gosh, I just love her. She's so special. Thanks, you guys.